Hello, and welcome to BC Calculus Semester 1, Week Number 1 announcements. My name is Mr. Shanklin, and I will be your teacher for this year. Every time that you log into BC Calculus, you should be directed to the announcement page, which is this, and you should see the announcements for the week. For example, this week we have Week Number 1 announcements, and I kind of have them in a calendar form, and I also have them in video form. So it doesn't really matter how you look at the announcements. If you don't understand the way I have it in the calendar, then just go down to the video and I kind of walk through step by step what you should be doing for that week. This week we have completing, or you need to complete getting started assignments. And this is what most of the kids are doing for the whole week this week, but since this is an AP course, we really have to get onto the material or else you will not be ready for the AP test in May. So then Wednesday, and you don't have to do these by day either. I mean, I just put this in here where it kind of makes sense to myself. Okay, on Tuesday you would do the completing or the getting started assignments. On Wednesday you would do the lesson material for week number 1. Thursday do the practice. Friday do the assessments. That, in my mind, that would make sense. Now you can do them all on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. It really doesn't make any difference how you complete the course. It's just this is the stuff that needs to be done for this week. Okay, let's talk about Tuesday's material, getting started. So you go up to the getting started button, click on there. The first thing you really should do is watch the course introduction video because it kind of tells you or walks you through all of the different buttons in the course. Now the getting started assignments for the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you just click on each one. Tuesday is just basically emailing your teacher, so we know that you know how to use the email stuff. So you just read through here. If you don't want to read, there's a video right here. Click on it, and we'll tell you how to do that. Okay, so that is the material for Tuesday. Just these 4 assignments should take you no more than 30 minutes to complete all of them. They're pretty easy, but that is what most of the other students are doing this week that aren't in AP courses. But since this is an AP course, we really need to get going on the material. So every week you will go into the lesson button, and each week there is a weekly folder that has all the material. So click on week number 1, and you will see all the material that you could use to learn the material here. Okay, I'm missing a few videos here. I'll have to go back and put those in. But section 1.1, really, I think we're on section 1.2, finding limits graphically and numerically. Yes. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to read page 65 to 71 in your textbook. That kind of explains everything. Then we have some videos from the textbook. I don't like these videos as much as I like the Khan Academy videos. These are awesome. They, if you watch all of these and do all the practice, so I have the videos and then I have the practice problems from Khan Academy, you would definitely know how to do all the material. These videos are good. Khan Academy does an awesome job on doing that. A lot of times I'll put some YouTube videos in here, PowerPoint presentation, more different notes. All this kind of stuff helps you get ready to take the practice and the lesson. Now, obviously, it says here Monday afternoon from 3 to 4 we'll have our session, but we don't have a session this week, so since we didn't have school on Monday. Okay, so now once you finish with the lesson material, then you go and you have to complete week number 1 or the practice for this week. So you go into weekly practices, click on there, and the week number 1 practice, finding limits graphically and numerically, click on that and edit the test. No, I didn't want to do that. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go back. I want to edit that. So you're just going to click on that, and you're going to find a multiple choice practice. So like, for example, number 1, it says determine the following limit. Hint, use the graph. Use the graph to calculate the limit. So here's the graph of x squared plus 4. I want to know what the limit is as x approaches 1. Well, as x approaches 1, looks like the limit is 5. So I would just click on A. And then you have to do all the problems in here. There's 10 problems. You have to have an 80% or better to move on to the assessment. So once you've completed the practice with an 80% or better, then you go into the not the weekly practice, we want to go into the weekly assessments, and you will find that the weekly assessment will be there. Now, if you don't get an 80% and you go into the assessments, it won't be here. These are, they're adaptive release, so they don't open up until you get an 80%. So, and each week Well, this is BC Calculus, and BC Calculus goes a lot faster than AB Calculus because first semester we were dealing with a lot of stuff that you should have had in AB Calculus. So when you go to the pace chart, you will see that there are a lot of assessments, but 95% of everything that we do first semester is a repeat of AB Calculus, and then second semester we dig deeper into the new material for the BC part. Okay, so then you just click on the assessment. 1A would be a free response, and 1B would be multiple choice. Okay, and I'm just going to click up on the pace chart to show you. And if you had AB Calculus last year, you'll remember finding limits, evaluating limits, continuity and one-sided limits, infinite. So we really cruise through the first chapter in 3 weeks. In my other classes, we probably spend 5 to 6 weeks on limits. And then chapter 2 on derivatives, we cruise through that. And then we go on to extrema and the derivative tests and all that kind of stuff. So optimization. And so all of the stuff, most of the stuff in BC Calculus is a review of AB Calculus, but you'll see everything that's in red are assessments. So man, there's 4 assessments in a lot of the weeks, and that is because a lot of this stuff should be review material. It should not be stuff that is new if you had AB Calculus last year. All right, so that is a quick review of what you should be doing this week. If you have any questions or concerns, please email me at any time. You guys have a great start to the first week.